Congratulations, Mr. Lewis. You're finally retiring. Thank you so much for all you've done for Morgantown High School. We're so appreciative of your positive impact, your jokes, your smiles. Everything you do for Morgantown High School has been so wonderful, and we're so thankful for you, for all of that. We wanted to pose questions to students around the school of what they think of when they think of Mr. Lewis. So here is our answer.
Hey, 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 Mohegans!
The joke of the day.
He's always cheerful.
A smile.
He's the best principal ever.
I think of kindness.
Very down to earth.
And he's also very generous and caring.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, I think of all the folks that live in the neighborhood around the school, how they've had to listen to his announcements, jokes, fun facts for the last 2 years of their lives as well. Thanks a lot.
Hey, hey.
Hey!
Mr. Lewis genuinely respects every person he meets, but he tells terrible jokes.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, I think of Mohegan pride.
And I think of school spirit.
Mr. Lewis is MHS.
Miss Lewis, you're awesome. Miss Lewis, you're awesome.
Mr. Lewis, you're cool.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, I think of an individual who is probably the most loyal individual I know in the MHS community. And I think of him as someone who truly loves the students here and makes every effort to make them feel special and important.
Happy.
I'ma miss you, man.
I miss you. What's up?
L's up.
Low life.
Love
Not
you.
high life, it's a low life.
L's.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, I think of Big Bird. He is big, he is kind, and he makes me happy.
Mr. Lewis is probably the most open and welcoming and approachable person in the school. Anytime I have a problem, I feel like I can go to him to help, and he has helped me many times in the past. But it's not only that, it's that he goes out there to try to be with the students, like doing grab-and-go and lunches and breaks. You never see him just standing there doing nothing. He's always out there speaking with the students, asking about their day, following up from previous days, and of course the daily jokes. And he just does everything he can to make our student experience as fun and great as it can be.
We are going to miss Mr. Lewis and all his knowledge of Morgantown High School.
I think Mr. Lewis is probably one of the most compassionate men I know, and I know that he really cares for his students, and we appreciate that.
I knew Mr. whatever his name is when he first came here, and after dealing with him for a while, I think he's a fine, compassionate person that finds it difficult to say no to anyone.
I know Mr. Lewis for quite a while too, and I've always looked up to him because I'm a lot shorter than he is. But he really is a great guy.
Whenever I think of Mr. Lewis, I always think of someone being there to help whenever you need it, always being there friendly to lend a hand.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, I think of probably the most selfless, wholesome person I've ever met. He doesn't know how to say no to anyone, and he goes above and beyond. It's just not even measurable, the things he does, and for me, I will be eternally blessed to have worked so closely with him, and there are no words to say how much I will miss him.
Hey, hey, Mr. Lewis. It's Donna.
And Max.
And we have a joke of the day for you. Hey, Max, do you know what the problem with retirement is?
No, what?
You never get a day off.
Oh, that's a good one. Here's another one. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's not Mr. Lewis. Mr.
Mr.
Lewis, Morgantown High is never going to be the same without you. We're going to miss you, and congratulations.
All right, I've got a joke for you, Mr. Lewis. Why shouldn't you write with a broken pencil? Because it's pointless.
I really like the jokes that Mr. Lewis tells every day, so I'm gonna miss that.
Whenever I think of Mr. Lewis, I just think that he's super fly, super hip with the young trends.
All right, what I think of when I think of Mr. Lewis. Fairness, compassion, concern for his kids, always. He's always there for everybody. And that will definitely be missed next year and for years to come. Thank you for everything you've done for me and for my own kids, and best of luck.
Our freaking savior.
I mean, like, whenever, I mean, it's hard to work with, like, the teachers and everything because, like, some teachers, like, come and go, but you've been, like, there for, like, all of us ever since, at least, like, for me, from my freshman year until now. And you were, like, the always, like, go-to guy whenever I couldn't, like, resolve any problems, but you were able to make it happen, and that's kind of, like, helped me to, like, stay positive throughout my high school years. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, Mohegans. Mr. Lewis, I just want to say that you're a compassionate man that everybody has grown to love, and MHS sure is lucky to have had you. Thank you for all of your time.
Sounds good.
He seems passionate and he seems to truly care about his job.
Mr. Lewis, when I think of you, I think of a great Morgantown High supporter, and I think your blood must run red and blue. Go Mohegans.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, I think about intelligence, and the reason why I think about intelligence is because all the interesting facts that he has given us through his time in the morning.
Okay. Mr. Lewis, the gentle giant who cares so much about people and also takes the time to show it, will be greatly missed. Remember, Mr. Lewis, the Mutt and Jeff that we are.
When I think of John Lewis, I think of a man who wants to make the day better for every kid he meets, whether it be through a joke or whether it's something more serious. He wants to make every day better for every kid.
Best of luck, Mr. Lewis. We're sure gonna miss you.
Congratulations.
Bye.
It's been great working with you.
Yeah.
Bye. We'll miss you.
Yeah, we miss you big time.
Although every time we ask you, how's Mr. Lewis, he says, I'm okay for an old fat guy. We don't think you're fat, but we won't mention being old.
Bye.
Love you.
Well, Mr. Lewis, since you're retiring, you'll have plenty of time to watch some St. Louis Rams football. Oh, wait.
John Lewis is one of the greatest guys I know, nicest guy I know, will do anything for anybody at any time. I mean, he will drop anything and do anything for anybody.
When I think of Mr. Lewis, the first word that comes to my mind is loyalty. He's loyal to MHS. He is the face that many people put to our school, and we've been lucky to have him as long as we had. He's going to be really missed.
Hey, Mr. Lewis. Hugs. Bicycle.
Hey, Mr. Lewis. Congratulations. Since I began here in 1997, I can't think of a better human being than John Lewis, than you. This is a fantastic school. Very, very caring community, and a lot of that's because of your leadership. In the years that I've been here, I don't know many adults who have cared for kids, the good ones, the ones that get in trouble a little bit sometimes too, than you, Mr. Lewis. The way you treat your faculty with respect and kindness is unmatched and unrivaled. I wish you the best of luck in the next chapter of your life. We're going to miss you, and we love you.
Mr. Lewis, you are kind, caring, and we will miss you very much.
Mr. Lewis, you are always in a good mood, you're always smiling, and you seem like you have a great relationship with all the students. We will miss you.
When I think of John Lewis, I think of a man who has the biggest heart of anybody I know, who puts in more effort to the success of our student staff, and who I am going to miss immensely, both as a friend, as a colleague, as a mentor. John, you're a beautiful person, and I wish you all the best.
Hey, Mr. Lewis, it's Mr. Green, your retired art teacher buddy from far side of room 022. Congratulations on your retirement. The school is not going to be the same without you. You will leave a legacy of love, friendship, and it's all about the students.
Mr. Lewis, when I think of you, I think of two real positive aspects about you. Number one, your love and care for your students. You kept them as your priority. Your second priority was your faculty and your staff. You did everything in your power to make their jobs easier. You'd even go so far as to take on some of their duties along with yours in order to make their jobs easier. When I think of you, a number of words come into my mind: admiration, respect, and love. I hope your retirement is great. You deserve it. There's going to be a huge gap at Morgantown High School when you leave.
Hi, Mr. Lewis. In your honor, I have written a poem for you. It is called Mr. Lewis. While I thought I knew you well, watching this video makes it crystal clear. While your days at Morgantown High, you will forever hold dear. It's not always about accomplishments, it's character that describes a man best. And from what I know about you, you've passed this special test. Even with a reprimand, you supported our students when needed, and we know you cheered them on whenever they succeeded. Because of your hard work and unselfish dedication, you helped our school to build quite a winning reputation. Since you gave yourself to this school each and every day, there's only one thing that I can think to say. We are very proud of you for giving all your best and setting a great example to leave with all the rest. No matter what the future holds, and no matter what you do, you've made all Mohegans better just for being you. Love you, Mr. Lewis. We wish you the best of luck on your retirement because you deserve it.
Mr. Lewis, it's been a pleasure for me to make this video for you, as I see every day the happiness that you bring to everyone in the school and the hard work that you put in to make MHS the best school that it can be. So I guess the most appropriate way for me to end this video is all for one, one for all. Be happy, be healthy, and let's go Mohegans. Thank you for everything you've done for MHS.